Today I want to talk about scrapers. That recently I watched a lot of videos about how can I sharpen my scrapers on YouTube, and with the tools that I got in my workshop, this is the way that I sharpening my scraper. So let's first talk about a little bit about how scraper works. So when we try to sharpen a scraper, first we have to make a very flat surface on the edge, that there is no edges. You cannot feel anything here. So we need a very flat surface here. So I use this file that I fixed it in the MDF, and then I will show you later how I flatten the edge of these scrapers. Then we need some harder metals that it is recommended to use a carbide metal, but any kind of metal that harder than this scraper, we have to make a very tiny edge. So we have to make a hook at the edge of the scraper to make a sharp edge for this metal to works as a scraper for us. So let's see how I do this in my workshop. So we need the very flat edge on this scraper first. To do so, I remove some material from this piece of MDF, and I fix my file inside it that I can use. I can be sure that this is flat. This is not a good file for this, but this is the only that I got. And I use a piece of wood that I'm sure that is completely square in one side. It's 90 degrees. Then I place it here, and I mark the edge of my scraper with a marker to know all the way will be filed. Then I place it on the file and keep it to the wood, and then I start the marks are almost gone. I can do on the other side. You can do this process on all other sides also. This is almost 90, very good 90 degree. There is no edge right now. It's very tiny that we will remove it later to make our own edge. We have to place our scraper on a surface. We add some very few drops of oil. It does not matter which kind of oil you use. I use the olive oil. So start with our carbide. So we place it completely, stick to there's no angle here. So we place it on the scraper edge, and then I start forth for some passes. You have to continue until there is no kind of scratching edge you will feel. So in this step, I put my scraper in my vise, and I start with a little bit angle with this carbide. So I angle it, I tilt it a little bit, and I start actually pushing forward and backward. So you have to feel a little bit of hooks or edges. You need a very, very soft and very, very when you feel, when you touch these edges that you made, you have to feel it. It's like a blade. They're not kind of a scratching thing. I think it's good. Another edge. Good, I think. So let's test it. So what this scraper need to do for us is to making some kind of very thin layers of the wood that there is no dust. A little bit dust may produce because this is not flat yet, but after getting completely flat on the wood, when you scrape with the scraper, no lines and no dust must be remains. So we will understand that our scraper is sharp enough. So you can go forward or you backward. You see, there is no a little bit dust, but the very thin layers show that we satisfied with our scraper.